guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Pure Crochets. Thank you for stopping by. I love you all so much. Thank you for the support. Kindly go in my previous video and watch this dress video. It's so nice and it's easy to make. On today's tutorial we are making this hat. It looks like this. It's a easy tutorial too. It's a one-day thing or a couple of hours, you'll be done with it. Kindly subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and I love reading your comments. Leave your thoughts at the comment section. And this is how the back of the heart looks. And thank you again for supporting me. Let's get started with this video. You will need yarn. I am using milk cotton yarn and crop yarn left around. You can use any other type of yarn that you have. You will need a pair of scissors, and in this project we are using a 4.5 mm hook to crochet. And please note, your tape measure is your best friend. I'm going to put all sizes at the end of this video. So in this project we are going to deal with granny squares and other types of stitches. So this is my granny square and it's 3.5 inches. And to begin with this project, first you need to have 6 granny squares. This is one of them, and we are going to make 5 more. To make a granny square, first you are going to make a magic circle, and this is how I make my magic circle. I just make something like a slip knot, but I don't pull it all the way. So this is my magic circle, and I will go inside my magic circle with 2 stitches. So this is the first chain, and I'm going in the magic circle with the second chain. Okay, once you have the 2 chains, you'll need to have a magic ring like this. I'm hoping yours is the same as mine. And you're going to work inside the magic ring, yarn over, enter inside the magic ring and make a double crochet like this. Yarn over, make a second double crochet inside the magic ring, and a third double crochet inside the magic ring like this. Okay, once you have 3 double crochets, your work should look like this. Chain 2, and that is the first cluster of the magic ring. Yarn over, go inside the same ring and make 3 more double crochets. So that is 1. Go and make the second double crochet and the third double crochet and chain 2. Sorry, let me just repeat the last double crochet. So do the third double crochet. Once you're done, chain 2 chains. Okay, you can readjust your circle if you feel it's too big, but please do not close off your circle. After the 3 double crochets, chain 2, go inside the magic circle, do 3 more double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets, chain 2. In short, you need to have 4 clusters of 3 double crochets each and chain 2. So this is my third cluster. You see, I'm closing it but not close it all. So this is my last cluster, which is 3 double crochets and a chain 2. Okay, your work should look like this. You should have 4 clusters of the double crochets and always chain 2. Once you're done with your 4 clusters and chain 2, pull the yarn to close off the little circle. Remember this small yarn hanging at the back, pull it up, it will close the circle. Then go on top of chain 2 like this with a slip stitch to close it up like this. Okay, make sure it's closed up well with a slip stitch like this. Let's repeat that again. Please make sure it's on top of chain 2. Okay, when you're done, chain 1, and this is how your work should look. It should have 4 corners. You see, it has little corners, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and now I want to cut off my yarn and change color. If you want the middle part to be more big, please do not cut off your yarn. but if you want the same size as the middle part to be like mine, you can cut off the yarn. And now we want to join new yarn, which is color pink. I like these little things so much. Please make sure it's the same size with what you are working with previously. Okay, so we want to use the pink yarn. Reattach your yarn at the corners of your work using a slip stitch. Okay, so this is how I do it to reattach my yarn. First I do a slip knot like this, then I bring my yarn to my work. This yarn is kind of really annoying me, I'm sorry, but we'll work with it. So once you're done with that, bring your yarn to the corners. Remember we have 4 corners, so in one of the corners, this is how you attach your yarn using a slip stitch. Then you chain 2. Okay, once you attach your yarn, chain 2, and chain 2 acts as a stitch. Yarn over, go in that same stitch and do 2 more double crochets, 1 and 2. Remember the first chain 2 acts as a stitch. Okay, so these are 3 chains in total. Once you're done, chain 2, go in the same space and do 3 more double crochets. Okay, so that makes our first increase. Okay, so this is the second one and the third double crochet. So this means in each corner we are going to make 3 double crochets, a chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. After you're done with the double crochets, kindly chain 1. Oops, sorry, the power just went off on me. So we are done with the 3 double crochets, chain 2 plus 3 double crochets. Please always remember to chain 1, go to the next corner, do 3 double crochets, that is 1, do a second double crochet like this, a third double crochet like this, chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over, do 3 more double crochets in the same stitch like this. Okay, this is the last double crochet. Once you're done with your cluster, kindly chain 1. Always chain 1, then go to the next corner, do 3 double crochets, chain 2, and then 3 more double crochets. To begin the next row, chain 1. I will meet you at the end of this work. Okay, we are at the end here and we just did our last double crochet. I just want to repeat it because I'm not comfortable with that stitch. So this is our last double crochet, chain, okay, chain 1. Your work should be looking like this. You should have 4 corners like this. Okay, chain 1, and we are going to join it on top of chain 2 here. Okay, we are joining using a slip stitch on top of chain 2 here like this. This is how your first row should look. To begin the next row, chain 2, turn your work. Kindly note chain 2 always acts as a stitch. And now we are starting to work in this middle space here. Remember, we have already chained 1, so we've chained 2 and chain 2 acts as a stitch. So we'll work in the middle stitches and also in the corners. Remember, in the corners we're doing increases. In the middle here, no increases done. So yarn over, go in this space with a double crochet and another crochet in the same space. So that makes 3 double crochets. Once you have the 3 double crochets, chain 1, and now we are going in the corner. Please note, in the corners we are doing 3 double crochets plus a chain 2 and 3 more double crochets in the same stitch. Okay, so I've done 3 double crochets, chain 2, go in the same space and do 3 more double crochets like this. Okay, that's how we work in the corners so that we increase our work. Chain 1. Now we are going in the space. In the space we are only doing 3 double crochets. That is our first double crochet, our second double crochet, and our third double crochet. Chain 1 and back to the corner. At the corner is the same thing. 3 double crochets, chain 2 plus 3 double crochets. Okay, so let's finish on this corner, then our next stitch will be in the middle. Chain 2, yarn over, do 3 more double crochets. Remember, we are only doing this at the corners to increase our work. This is how your the work becomes wider. Okay, so the next stitch is not in the corner, it's in the middle here, and we said in the middle here we are only doing 3 double crochets, and the next stitch will be at the corner. So do that and I'll meet you at the end of your work. Always remember to chain 1 to begin a new set. Okay, we are at the end here, and to join our work after the chain 1, go on top of chain 2 here and do a slip stitch like this. Okay, then to begin the next row, chain 2, turn your work, and we are starting to work from this middle stitch. Please always note chain 2 as a stitch. So yarn over, go in this middle stitch and do 2 more double crochets to make it 3. As usual, in the middle we are doing 3 double crochets, chain 1, and you're back to the corner, and at the corner we are doing 3 double crochets plus a chain 2 and 3 double crochets. Okay, so do your increase here and I will meet you in the next stitch. Okay, this is my last stitch, chain 1. In the next stitch is a middle stitch, and always we do 3 double crochets in the middle stitch. 1, 2 and 3. Chain 1, we go in the next stitch, is still a middle stitch. So 1, 2 and 3. As you can see, our work is increasing slowly. Chain 1, go to the corner, and at the corner is 3 double crochets plus chain 2 and 3 double crochets. So work like this. I'll meet you at the end of your work. At the end of our work and at the end here, we always go on top of chain 2 and attach using a slip stitch like this. I am done with my work, so I'll chain 1 and cut off the yarn. This is how big I want my granny stitches to be. Remember, I'm making a heart size medium. At the end of the video, I will show you all sizes for these hearts, and this is 4 inches wide. Okay, if you want to make a smaller one, you can make 3.5. A bigger one you will make, I will literally show you all the sizes. And I went ahead and made 6 of these. Okay, this is all I needed, so go ahead and make yours. And now we want to attach the granny squares together using a darning needle. So get your darning needle and put in yarn long enough to go through all these granny stitches. Kindly make sure all your granny stitches are of the same size, then just go ahead and align them like this in a straight line. So we will start working on them one after the other. Please note, when arranging your granny stitches, the right side faces up like this and the wrong side faces down. The wrong side is where there is so many yarns hanging around, and this is my right side. So the right side should face up like this and the wrong side should face at the bottom. So let's get started with joining. Put your yarn in a darning needle like this, then take 2 pieces. Please note, right side facing up. This is the wrong side, so wrong side facing wrong side, right side facing up. Put your work like this in a straight manner. Take your darning needle and you're going in the edge like this onto the other edge, and we are working in the back loop only. We are connecting only in the back loop from one edge to the other edge. Please make sure your yarn is long enough, then just pull through like this. Go in the next back stitch and out in the next back stitch like this and pull through. Okay, go to the next back stitch and through the other back stitch and pull through. I will meet you at the end. Okay, we are done at the first row, and please make sure to make a knot at the end of your work like this, just to fasten your work. And your work should be straight. You can pull it up like this just to make sure your work should be flat. Please do not make bumps, otherwise your heart will come out in a funny way. Your work should be straight. Go ahead and cut off the yarn. Okay, make sure your work is well fastened, and now we are going to reattach the second granny stitch. So reattach the second granny stitch on the side like this, just like the first one that we did, and then we are going to go in with it with single crochet with back loop only stitches using your darning needle. Reattach your yarn in your darning needle and using the same way we did the first stitch, sorry, the first granny. We are going to repeat the same thing with this second granny. and we are going to join all our granny stitches like this until the end. So you're going to have one long granny stitch attachment, then please also attach at the end so that you have a round circle. Remember, this round circle is your head circumference. Okay. I am done joining my work, and this is how my work looks. This is the wrong side, all the yarns are together, so I'm going also to join this side together to make it a round thing. But before we do that, I want to measure this. Remember, I'm making for size medium. For size medium, the head circumference is 22. So remember, this is folded into two. Okay, it's folded into two. So if we measure this, it's 11 inches. So 11 by 2 is 22. This means it's perfect fitting for size medium. Okay, so go ahead and join this other side here using the same method. Then we will continue with the next step. Done, and this is how my work looks. Remember, the wrong side looks so not so good. It has all these yarns, but you will sew them in once you're done. We are going to put this aside, and now we are going to work on the crown. The crown is the top part of your work. So to work on the crown again, we are going to make a magic ring like this, or you can make it your way, but this is my way. I love this, is so easy. And we are going to chain 2, 1 and 2, 3. So we've chained 3, and we are going inside the magic ring, and we are going to do 12 double crochets inside the magic ring. Remember, we are just doing only double crochets without chains, and we are doing 12 double crochets inside the magic ring. I will meet you once you're done with your 12 double crochets inside the magic ring. Okay, so before you close off your magic ring, please count your stitches, make sure they are 12. Then you can close off your magic ring like this, just by pulling the middle part up tightly. Okay, make sure it's tight enough like this, because this is going to be the top part of your bucket hat. Okay, so once you are sure you're good with this, I'm just closing it off. Join on top of chain 3 like this using a slip stitch. Okay, and then chain 3. Chain 3 acts as a stitch now. Yarn over, go in the same stitch as chain 3 and put a double crochet. So that is our first increase. Okay, yarn over, go in the next double crochet and do a double crochet. Okay, this is the next stitch. Yarn over, do a double crochet, yarn over and do a second double crochet in the same stitch. All right, and now we are going to do increases in all these double crochet. So in every double crochet we are going to go in with 2 double crochets. All right, 2 double crochets in the same stitch all round. I will meet you at the end of this row. I am at the end of my work, and for now you must be having 24 stitches. Okay, 24 double crochets. Please count your work, go on top of chain 3 and do a slip stitch like this. Then once you're done with the slip stitch, chain 3. Please note we are not turning our work. Yarn over, go in the same stitch and do a double crochet like this. And for this row we are working something different. Okay, go in the next stitch and do 1 double crochet. This is after the increase. Go in the next stitch and do 1 double crochet like this. Okay, in the next stitch we are doing an increase, so in the next stitch do 2 double crochets in the same stitch, 1 and 2. In the next stitch we are doing 1 double crochet, only 1. Go in the next stitch and we are doing 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So for now the pattern has changed. We are alternating between 1 increase, the next no increase. So increase on 1, then the next no increase. We are working like this until the end of our work. I will meet you the end of this row. So the next row is also something new. Okay, I'm almost at the end of my work. I'm done with 1 stitch left here, so I'll just complete this double crochet. Remember, I've done my last increase here, so this one here is a single double crochet. Go on top of chain 3 and complete the row with a slip stitch like this. Chain 3 to begin a new row. And now we're also doing something different. So remember, chain 3 always acts as a stitch. Do a double crochet in the next double crochet, do 1 double crochet in the next double crochet, do a double crochet in the next double crochet. And now on this double crochet we are doing an increase. We have skipped 3 double crochets. On the 4th double crochet is where we do an increase. Please remember, chain 3 acts as a stitch, so We've skipped 3 stitches. On the 4th stitch, do a double crochet. We are going to work like this. This is the 4th chain, so skip the next 3 stitches, and on the 4th chain we will do a double crochet like this. 2, 3, and on this one we are doing an increase. Remember, it's the 4th stitch, so we are going to skip 3 double crochets. On the 4th one we do an increase, and we are going to work like this all round until your work reaches to, okay, please remember we are working until 7 inches long. Remember, this is a hard for size medium. Okay, for other sizes, look at the end of the video, you will know your sizes. So you work like this, increasing only on the 4th chain until your work reaches 7 inches. Remember to always slip stitch on the last chain, then chain 3 to begin a new row, and increase on the 4th chain. Okay, beginning a new row, and I went ahead just to put a stitch marker here to know where I started increasing the 4 rows. It's not necessary, guys, I just wanted to know where I had begin putting the 4 rows. Remember, you can always measure using a stitch marker if you are to know if your hat fits well. Okay, so don't, it's not a must to put a stitch marker, it's just something I was interested in doing. It's not really important. So continue with the pattern, which is 3 double crochets. Then on the 4th, please remember to put an increase. I will meet you once your work reaches 7 inches long. Okay, we are done, and this is how our work looks. If we measure this, it should be 7 inches long, otherwise we will continue until it reaches 7 inches long. That is the width. Yeah, it is okay, it's like 7.5. like my work has stretched, it's okay to give it a 5-inch stretch, is normal. So we are going to continue with the pattern. We are going to put this aside for a minute, then we'll come back to it in a few. Since we will need the pink yarn, kindly leave a very long strand of yarn that will be able to stitch around your circumference, and then just cut off the yarn and leave this work alone. Let's do the other head circle, then we'll come back to this. So let's work on this first, and then we'll come back to this. Okay, so go in any place, in any corner, and reattach your yarn in any corner of the granny squares. go in there and reattach your yarn. And to reattach your yarn, I always use this method, which is a slip stitch, then just reattach it with a slip knot at the corner like this. And now we are going to work with half double crochets. Okay, just do half double crochets in each stitch, and I will meet you at the end of your work. And to do half double crochets, chain 2, yarn over, go in the next stitch, and this is how we do half double crochets. So we are working half double crochets across all the stitches that you have. I will meet you once you're done with this row of half double crochets. Kindly remember, at the corners you'll just keep the corner and go to the next half double crochet, and go to the next stitch and work a half double crochet. I hope you understand this tutorial. So we'll meet at the end of this row of half double crochets. Okay, I'm at the end of my work, and at the end here we'll just go in with a slip stitch on top of chain 2. Remember, here we chain 2 because we started working with half double crochets. So go in here like this and join using a slip stitch. This stitch is a bit hard, I don't know why. Okay, once you're done, chain 1 and cut off your yarn. We are done with this row. Okay, and take your head circle. It's time to reattach it here. And to reattach this head circle, we are going to reattach it the same way we are reattaching the granny stitches. So take your darning needle, and we are going to reattach the same way using a back loop method. So put your yarn in your darning needle, and we are reattaching in each back loop stitch. Remember, we are reattaching this place where we just did the half double crochet. Okay, this is where we've just done the half double crochets now. So reattach on the back loop only, like this all round. Please do not skip any stitches, otherwise your bucket hat will look really funny. Go in each stitch and I'll meet you once you're done joining your bucket hat together. Okay. I am done, and this is how my work looks like. I hope yours looks the same. Cut off your yarn and make sure everything is well. This we will do it later. That means stitching in all these yarns, we will do it later. And now we want to work at the height of our yarn, of our bucket hat. I'm hoping your work looks the same as mine. Okay, it's coming in really well. So reattach your yarn at any corner of the granny stitches. Okay, so just go to any corner of the granny stitches and reattach your yarn using any method that you want. So I'm using the same method I used to reattach my yarn, and then we will start working on this height of the bucket hat. Okay, so this is where I'm reattaching at this corner. Once you reattach your yarn, go ahead and make 3 double crochets, and because it's a corner, that means there is an increase. Go in the same space as chain 3 and do a double crochet. Okay, and now we are going to work double crochets in each stitch. And please note, every time you reach at the corner, please do 2 double crochets. Okay, the rest is only 1 double crochets, but in each corner please do 2 double crochets, and we are going to work like that all round. I'll meet you at the end of this row. We are at this corner here. This is our second corner. Please go in with 2 double crochets, 1 and 2 in the same space, but please make sure it's the corner. So I think now, yes, this is now the corner where we go in with 2 double crochets in the same space. So once you go with 2 double crochets in the same space, you come again and meet this corner here. So in each corner, do 2 double crochets in the same space, and I will meet you at the end of your work. Okay, just be very careful not to skip any corners. Here we've put 2 double crochets, then you continue with the pattern. I'll meet you at the end. At the end of our work, go on top of chain 3 and attach using a slip stitch like this. Alright, then chain 1 and cut off your yarn. I want to change color to white. It's not necessarily, you can continue with the same color if you want to, but I thought of doing white. Okay, so let's change this yarn to white. Chain 1 and just fasten your work like that. Remember, this bucket hat has a lot of sewing in, so prepare yourself for that. So I'm just putting in my next color, which is white, and on this row we have something different again. So reattach your yarn or continue with the same yarn. If you're continuing with the same yarn, chain 3 and continue with the pattern, which is just double crochets. If you are changing color, reattach and then chain 3 like me. 1 2 3. And on this row we are not doing increases in the first row, we are doing increases on the 8th stitch only. So 1 2, we are going to chain up to 7 stitches, and on the 8th stitch we will do an increase. Okay, so let's meet on the 8th stitch. So I'm counting and we are on our 8th stitch. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So on our 8th stitch, go in and do an increase like this, okay, which is 2 double crochets in each in the same stitch. Then after doing an increase on the 8th stitch, please continue doing double crochets until you get to the 8th stitch. So now we are increasing after every 7 stitch. On the 8th stitch is where we do an increase. Do normal 7 double crochets. On the 8th, do an increase. Okay, we're going to work like that this row, and then the next row I will reattach my pink yarn, and then on that row we'll be joining on the 9th. Okay, you chain 8 and the 9th we reattach your yarn. I hope this is clear. First, let's do this. Count 7, number 8, please do increase. Count 7, number 8, do increase. Let's do this first, then we go to the next. At the end, of course, we are joining on top of chain 3 using a slip stitch. Please make sure it's on top of chain 3 like this. So once you're done, reattach, cut off your yarn, chain 1, cut off your yarn. I want to change back my color to pink. It's not necessarily to do all these things. You can maintain one color, but I don't like boring stuff, so I'm changing color. Reattach pink yarn, and as I said, after you reattach your pink yarn, now on this row we will chain 8, and on row 9 we do increase, chain 8, row 9, increase, chain 8, row 9, increase, and that's it. Okay. And at the end of our work, reattach using a slip stitch on top of chain 3, chain 1, fasten your work and cut off your yarn. Okay, please make sure your work is well fastened, and now it's time to start weaving in the ends. Okay, please be very careful with that, but please make sure you measure your work. As for size small medium, our heart should be 8 inches. I went ahead and weaved in all the ends. My work looks like this. It's a cute heart. I love it so much. So I hope your work comes out like mine, and this is how the inside look. It's cute, and this is the close-up of the heart. I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and the inside should be well woven. Please weave in all the loose yarn. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. This is a 3D show off now. I am so proud of myself. Anyway, thank you for subscribing. I will see you in the next tutorial. Thank you for all the support. Take care of yourselves. See you soon. Kindly leave your thoughts at the comment section. And this is me wearing the hat. I feel so cute in it. I was trying it on just before I went to take nice pictures for you all. Have a nice time. Ciao.